In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a book, which is quite low competition. There's only just over 1,000 of them listed on Amazon. They're selling really well. You can see this example here is selling over 1,800 copies a month. They're easy to make. They do take a little bit of effort, but we can get ChatGPT to help us there. And the best thing is this book is technically high content. That means that you can have expanded distribution. It means you can use the look inside feature, which is a big selling point. It also means you can get into the lucrative ebook market. And if that sounds like the sort of thing that might interest you, and let's be honest, why wouldn't it? Please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out. Now let's show you what this book is. So the book is Would You Rather. Now I'm sure you all know what this book is, and if you don't, the title kind of gives it away. It's a question of hypothetical scenarios, and you've got to choose either A or B. It's as simple as that. And as you can see with the self-publishing Titans keyword niche score tool, it has 48, which is pretty high. There are only 1,118 books, which is what surprised me. And if we use the keyword expander, would you rather book for preschool, for kids, for teen girls, for seniors? There are a lot of different options out there. So we'll just click on preschool and just see how many options that gives us. And remember that these words, these search terms from the expanding add-ons are all things that people have typed into Amazon. These are the things, the suggestions that Amazon pop up when you're typing in. So this one's even better. It's got 573. Again, similar keyword niche score. So these are popular books, but there's not many people into them at the minute because they're seen as quite difficult to do. But they're not. I'm going to show you how you can do it. And here is a version of the book. It's very simple. This one is aimed at 6 to 12 year olds. It's got 4,400 ratings and it's selling for $8. It's only 88 pages. So it probably costs, less than $2 to print. And they're just really simple questions. Would you rather be a rabbit or a turtle? Would you rather be a policeman or a fireman? It's odd how they've switched to colour graphics there, so that'll increase the cost of the print. But it's basically, would you rather, 2 questions and a little bit of illustration. The first thing to think about is where you're going to get these would you rather questions. And there are lots of different places. Obviously the best place to find them is in your mind. And if you were to Google would you rather questions, you can see straight away there's options coming up. 450, 250, 100, 100. There are loads to choose from. Now, of course, you don't want to necessarily copy these questions, but these give you ideas. And if you change a few words around, you should be able to get quite a healthy crop of questions. Now, another place you can look is ChatGPT. So here we are in ChatGPT. I just asked it to give me 50 ridiculous would you rather questions and see how many it has generated. So it's generated 35. That's a good chunk. It's probably a third of what you would need, maybe, if you want 100 questions. Mind you, the first book I showed in the example only had probably 80 questions. So it's maybe a third or halfway there. It is a good idea to read through these, of course, because they might not make sense. But I'll let you do that in your own time. The next thing I'm going to do is to take all of these suggestions, copy them, and I'm going to put them in an Excel sheet ready for a data merge. So here I am in Excel, and I'll just paste all of those questions in there. That's the list of would you rather questions there. Now it's time to set up the document that will be importing this into. So here we are in Affinity Publisher 2, and I'm going to make this 8.5 by 11 inches with bleed. I think it's a good idea to choose a trim size that Amazon do in both paperback and hardcover. That way you don't have to mess about resizing the actual document. You will have to resize the cover, but at least you don't have to do the document. So here's the document, and I will be working in master pages. So the idea is here, I'm going to have would you rather, and then option 1 up here, then a big or sign there, maybe incorporated into an illustration, and then have option 2 underneath it. So the first thing to do is to set up text boxes. So I'll put a text box there. I'll put a text box there. And I'll draw a circle in the middle. Now if we just use the alignment tool, I'll put the circle in the middle of the page. And I'll just add the word. Or we'll mess about with fonts later on. Increase this size. And again, I'll position the text box. There we go. And remember, we can play with this font, but we're not going to at the minute. That's absolutely fine. The next thing to do is to go back into Excel. And because I want to set up the data merge into 2 options, I need to separate these. This is just all one cell. I need to separate this into 3 cells because the question number is also there. So to do that, I'll select them all. So in order to split all of the contents in the cells into 3, I need to first decide which character I'm going to use to tell the Excel this should be the dividing line. And I think a full stop would be best. So before I do that, I'm going to find and replace all of these ORs with a full stop. So I need to be very specific here. I need to replace the word OR with a full stop. But if I just type in OR, full stop, replace all, it's made 63 replacements because it has found OR in world there, as well as of course in the word or. So out of 35 questions it's made 63 replacements, and it shouldn't, it should only make 35. So I'll just undo that. What we'll have to do, because this is very literal, you can't use quotation marks because it can't find it. We need to have space or space, and then replace with a full stop. There you go, so that's 35, that's correct. Next, in the data column, we're going to click text to columns, and we're going to use a delimiter to separate the cells such as commas, etc. And we're going to use a full stop. And as you can see, this gives you a little preview of what the cells will be like. So that's the question number, proposition 1, proposition 2. Perfect. And for the sake of the mail merge, I need headings here. It's called option 1, option 2. And I want to save that. Now I've already got one saved there as EI would you rather, so leave that as it is. Now the next thing to do is to set up the fields in the data merge manager. This has changed slightly from publisher 1, whereas previously data merge was in the document tab. It's now in the window tab. I'm just going to add the file there by using this button here. It's always good practice to press update, and then we'll close this down for the minute. Now we're going to add the fields into these text boxes, and again to do that you need to go to Windows, References, Fields, And at the bottom of this list, you'll find our data merge file, AI would you rather. So let's add this. So put your cursor in text box 1, double click option 1, then text box 2, double click option 2. And I don't need that anymore, so I'll shut it down. I'll just change these fonts so they're a bit more visible. And I'll just pull that down so you can see all of option 2. I'll select it all and then hold down Shift Control and drag it across to page 2. So now you can mess about with the layout as much as you want. You can add, you don't even have to have. We'll change this font into something else. We'll up the size. We don't even need the circle really. You can add images. So if we insert an empty picture frame at the bottom, then when we generate, then when you see it generate, you have these empty image boxes, and you can drag any appropriate images in there. So because this is a dragon or a unicorn question, I'll add a picture of a dragon in the bottom corner. And remember, anything you add to the master page will appear on the other pages. So if I was to add a little frame down the outside of the page, there you go. So just a little colourful border around the outside, and you can see it's appeared on every page further down. Just be aware of, where your text ends. Pull all this in. So that is it. Just a quick video to show you how easy it is to make a Would You Rather book, which is not only profitable, but it means you can attack two markets at once: paperback and ebook. And the advantages of using data merge to do it is that you can then manipulate these text boxes, font, whatever, as much as you want, and it'll ripple through the entire document. Easier than having to, insert different text boxes all the way through. The other option then it gives you is that you can use the Excel file to make a prompt journal. So instead of just having it like that, where it's a full book like this, you could have it as lined paper with the Would You Rather question at the top, and then that kind of encourages people to argue both tosses of the coin. It'll improve debating skills and it'll help with handwriting. So that is it for today's video. Remember, if you found this helpful, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out, and I shall see you next time.